Hey, in this video, I want to share with you my top 5 tips for making sure that you have a miracle morning. Hey, this is Brandon. Thanks for joining me here. I was mentioning in a recent video about reading the book The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod probably about 6 months ago, and the amazing and awesome impacts it's been having on my life and my journey. And as I tried to build better habits and break bad ones, and kind of what that's looked like. And I just want to kind of share with you five tips that have really helped push me towards being able to have a really good morning. I used to be a morning person after having gone to boot camp and everything. I used to do all of my workouts in the morning. Then I went through this phase of several years after I had my stroke where I lost my edge and I wasn't getting up in the mornings, and it was frustrating me to the point that once I started going down this future self development and trying to learn to build better habits and being uh, more committed to making my mornings better so that I could live a life full of faith, family, fitness, and finances. A lot of things all started clicking. And I just want to share those tips with you here. So, tip number one is to plan your week. I choose to do my planning on Sunday mornings, usually around 6:30. I'm gathering up my all of my things that I need to plan out my week. And there's something that's almost truly magical about taking something that you're thinking about doing and having a commitment to it on your calendar. Things that are planned get done, and things that aren't planned, they just always seem to get be put. They'll be pushed back or reprioritized or put on the back burner. So you definitely want to start off each and every week planning for your successes that you want to have. Wherever you're wanting to carve out those things, you want to make sure that you can do that. Okay, so number one was plan your week. Number two is plan your day. And you want to plan your day, not the morning of, you want to plan your day the evening before. You're going to carve out 15 minutes. I know it's everybody has this time and it's so precious, but your 15 minutes the evening before are going to completely set you up for success the next day. And it's going to allow you to not have to sit there and think about, oh man, what do we need to do? What do I need to accomplish for today? What do I need to work on? You literally are just going to follow your sequential order of everything that you already know that you're going to get done and knocked out. That's going to make your day turn into your amazing day turn into an amazing week. Okay, so number one, plan your week. Number two, plan your day. Number three, plan to go to bed on time. And this is probably the biggest one that I've been guilty of that causes me to stumble or be slower in my mornings. Ideally, I know that I need like 7 hours of sleep. And on those days, whenever I don't get it, I'm sluggish. I don't have the same energy, and I'm not able to get the things done that I want. I will shortcut something out of my schedule, and then I don't feel as fulfilled, knowing that I did not hold up my end of the bargain. And maybe, and it could have been anything. And sometimes they're really good excuses. Maybe it's I'm going to stay up late and talk to one of the kids I haven't seen for a while. Maybe it's going to be staying up late watching a movie. Or maybe a friend just needed to talk on the telephone, and it pushed me up later than going to bed. A normal, consistent schedule, and I don't know what that looks like for you. For me, I know that if I get to bed by like 9:30, and if I'm planning to wake up at 4:30, then I'm able to usually do that and get a 7 hour sleep in. Otherwise, if I'm going to bed at 10 o'clock, and I push it back to 5 o'clock, I know I'm getting to the gym at 5:30, and it just completely sets back the entire morning routine that I've been trying to establish and stay so focused on perfecting and making it so much better. Okay, so plan your week, plan your day, plan to go to bed at a regular time. Number four, plan your opening plays. And what do I mean by that? So at least what I've heard in the NFL, the football league, teams, whenever they show up on Sunday, they have like the first 15 plays of the game already scripted out. It almost doesn't even matter like what the defense is going to do or throw at them. They have the scripted set of opening one or two series of the game, what that could potentially look like for them. And that is what I recommend you do with your morning. You want to have your morning scripted out, ready to go. if you're going to have your AirPods for going for your workout, make sure those are charged up and ready to go. If you need to if you need to download a podcast onto your phone or whatever it happens to be, if you need to lay out your clothes, you want to get all of that stuff set out. I will take all of my clothes, I'll lay them out. And honestly, too, part of that is to not disturb my wife while she's sleeping, that it's not going to mess her schedule up. Um, so you just want to plan as much of that and have it ready. Make it as easy as possible for you to succeed in the morning. If you need to hide your phone on the other side of the room when the alarm goes off, then do that. Whatever it takes for you to hit the ground, because the hardest step is that first step, the first decision that you make in that morning. That is going to be the most difficult one. And all the rest of them, once you start to have all of these small habits all lined up, they're all just going to continue to line right up from, whether it's reading the Bible, getting your exercise in, getting the kids off to school, getting the dog taken care of, getting your Bible devotion read, getting to work on time, and then whatever your work schedule looks like, as well as even incorporating your food, like whatever you're going to pack for your lunch, having that all ready to go as much as possible. That's going to help to set your morning up. And I've just discovered that just these small little bits of planning make so much difference. So. And then the fifth plan is plan for overlaps. And this is going to be, if any of you have heard me talk a little bit about faith, family, fitness, and finances, the the opportunity that you have, let's say during your morning workout routine, so many people are going to operate, let's say their faith circle here and their fitness circle here, and maybe they don't get them to overlap. But when you can get these overlaps, and let's say in this particular case, you're able to overlap faith with fitness, then whenever you go to the gym, maybe while you're sitting there in between sets, while you're lifting weights, you're reading the Bible. Maybe you're listening to a podcast, or some type of a daily devotion, or there's so many different ways you could try to overlap faith. Maybe while you're working out, you're listening to praise and worship music. So you have your faith, you have your fitness. Then the next one to kind of take a look at overlapping, and I'm speaking, I guess, strictly with the fitness here as it relates to intermittent fasting and stuff along those lines. Your fitness and your family. Maybe you've been realizing that you've been maybe sucking as a husband here recently, and you need to do a better job and step up and show your wife more gratitude and be a better team player for your family. If maybe you're going to listen to a podcast on exactly how to do that, how to implement intentionality about a loving relationship with your spouse. So there's that. And then maybe there's also just an overlap on the finances end where you're working out, and maybe you're going to listen to a podcast on, maybe you always wanted to get into apartment unit investing, like multi-units or something along those lines. Maybe you're going to listen to a podcast on that. Or maybe there's, or maybe a video just like this, you're able to listen to that while you're working out. There's so many different ways to do it. But anyway, those are probably the five tips that I have for you to make a miracle morning. And it's pretty interesting that they all involve planning your morning for success versus actually doing. So you're going to plan your week, you're going to plan your day, you're going to plan to go to bed on time, you're going to plan your plays, your opening 15 plays of your scripted morning, and then you're going to plan your overlaps. Where can you try to make these gains by filling in the gap where the overlaps are on the circles of your life? All right. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you found some value in it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks.